This right here is our new radiator core, and this is what we're going to be test fitting today. Before we go ahead and try and test fit it, the first things that we want to do is take off these plastic end tanks. Since this radiator is a lot bigger than the other one and it doesn't actually fit with these plastic end tanks on, it isn't a real problem because I'm going to be changing these up to aluminum ones anyways. So I think that's pretty much like a standard thing when you run radiators like this to change your plastic ones, because sometimes these actually end up bursting. You can see along here there's actually an O-ring that goes around the perimeter of this tank, and sometimes these tanks can burst, so you pretty much need to change it out for a new one. Or if you still ran this on your standard car, you could, you know, take it to a fabricator and let him fabricate aluminium tanks for the ends. So that's actually what I'm going to be doing, and it is possible. I've done this quite a few times with previous cores, but these are really good. So I know I could probably go and end up buying a aftermarket one which would be close to the size that I need, but I thought, you know, this was a really good one, and yeah, I can make the tanks to the size that I need to get it to fit just right. Now I'm going to get to taking these tanks off, so let me show you.
I'll be in crutches with a Viking horn, mourning what's supposed to be the elements. Perfect whether or not it's irrelevant in a sand landscape. A madman's gaze and a tramp strap clad with the phantom's rays. Crushed fists with these calm whips, split with the last good general. Tests in the desert get medical atrocious. Yours is the ocean, yours is the rhinestone mines, and the mind's most boisterous. We're getting closer, toast for the road. Spoke dope quotes close to the ropes of the world. And I can see the Pearl City unfurl in the wind, get nervous and sing.
Now that we got the plastic end tanks off on both sides, we can measure up the whole radiator across and see what kind of space we're working with. So the core is 690 mils. Right now the space that we're working with is, I would say that's about just over 700 mil. So in theory it should fit, but now I mustn't forget that these little teeth things over here, they actually protrude out from what I would call the core, and these little tubies here as well. So I suppose that's a little bit of distance that we're going to lose. So I mean, we can try and test fit it, but I don't think it's going to work. Let's see if this is going to fit. Now that we know that the radiator doesn't fit, now we definitely know that we've got to go ahead and tube the front end as soon as we can to open up that space for the radiator and the rest of the things. But while I'm cleaning up the front end and getting things out right now that I don't need, I'm just going to go ahead and take out the oil catch can, because I know that that's going to be in the way for the headers when we need to run them to the front.
The dream gets clearer now, Elysium kicks in. With fictional face merchants, victims of fake sin. Terraform, force, sport bolts, my chest melts, ingredients dead.
God damn it, access denied again.
And I can see the Pearl City on.
Turns out the Allen key that I need is Imperial, which is weird for us. Come in. F. No. Yes, actually this is right. These are the ones you need. I'm gonna go ahead and say it's about that size. So when it wasn't that one, this one's a bit too big. It's gotta be this one. Come on.
Making paper into gold, get paid, fight your way up. Your days get shorter while you stay up. Your days suck, fuck sleep, start creeping deeper. Invisible as fuck, I make the whole game cheaper. The creatures that I love still crush me. Eyes closed, fuck lust. Love is just a lesson, catch your heads up. Step up, your head could roll next, so get restless. Start scratching names off your checklist, invest shit. Turning pain into pages, the faces of creation paint phases. Your face paint cracks, your face ages.
Alright guys, cool. Well, I'm done for today. This over here is going to be the collector for all their runners from the header. They sort of going to collect into this, but not really, because I'm kind of just using this thing as the, if I want to say the size of the headers. I know that they're going to take up this much space, but I think they're going to end up all joining right over here.